cinnamon rolls are ready, but you need a frosting and you don't like the one provided because it uses cream cheese. Here's all you need. First, get 2 cups of powdered sugar. This is 250 grams. Just pour it in a mixing bowl. And then go ahead and melt yourself 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Now, if you only have unsalted butter, use that and just add a pinch of salt in with the powdered sugar. Drizzle this right in. We need all of that butter, so make sure you get it all out. And I don't like the butter to be too hot because then it can start to make things a little bit more on the greasy side, but you'll still be able to salvage it, even if that's the case. For your vanilla, just 3/4 teaspoon. Don't go overboard on the vanilla. Stick with 3/4. Anything more than that and the frosting becomes kind of cloying. And cinnamon rolls are already so sweet, so if you put in too much vanilla, it kind of makes the whole experience too rich and just cloying, so I always try to avoid that. So before we go any further, we're going to start to whisk this together, and it's going to seem really dry. That's fine. Just do the best you can, just to get that butter kind of distributed through there. All right, so once I feel like I have that butter kind of distributed into the sugar, we're going to move on to our final ingredient, which is heavy cream. You're going to start with between 1 and 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, but if you're in a really dry environment, you might need a splash more. So I usually start by just adding about a tablespoon of cream, and then we'll start to mix that in. And then if you need it, which I usually do, I'll add another tablespoon. And we'll just repeat this until we have a nice, spreadable, smooth frosting. Now you can stop with a thicker frosting like this. You can see how it's clumping in my whisk, but I like it to be a little bit more glazy, so I'm going to add just a bit more cream. Very customizable. You can make it just how you like it. And then you'll just whisk until it's completely smooth. All right, this is the consistency I prefer. You could make it a little thinner if you'd like, but we are going to add this on our cinnamon rolls now. Bring them over. Mine got a little toastier than I'd like, experimenting with my new oven. And this recipe makes enough to easily cover 12 cinnamon rolls. Now, when you're doing frosting, you can spread it over warm cinnamon rolls, and if you do, it'll kind of melt and be a little bit more glazy, or you can let the cinnamon rolls cool completely and then the frosting will stay thicker. So that's just totally a matter of your personal preference. This one's a crowd pleaser. I've yet to find anyone who doesn't love this icing. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you try it, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. It's so good. Is this everything good? Everything going okay? This seems so quick. There's not much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead or continue.